Hello, everyone. Welcome to MindBody TV. I'm Dr. Kim Duramo. I am grateful to have you here today. So hello to everybody who is watching the recording, who is listening to the podcast, and hello to everybody joining live. I'd love to hear where you're tuning in from. If you're in YouTube, I will see the comments. So even if you're listening later on to the recording, they do come up for me. And I'm glad to have you here. So welcome. I'm going to be sharing today about, here we are at the end of the year, and it's a powerful time to empty. It's a powerful time to release the old consciousness, to release the old self, to release the old habits, patterns, behaviors, addictions, like all the old energy that really isn't serving you, and that you may on some level realize like, wow, this isn't who I am. This doesn't fit for me. Maybe it's relationships that really aren't in alignment with who you are, or aren't a reflection of your truth, or aren't nurturing you, or work that you're like, geez, I thought this was the best thing for me to be doing, but I realize like this is just depleting me. This is not the kind of work I want to be engaged in. Or you want to do it in a different way, maybe like the way I want to do my work. That happens for me all the time. There are always upgrades as far as like how I relate with my work. So we've got to let that in. It may be, like old ways of realizing I'm complaining. I'm complaining about my problems. Instead of being in, I'm a creator, I'm like the victim. And I notice that I'm complaining, and I'm ready to release that way of being. So that's like the way of being. Life is happening to me instead of life is happening for me. So that may be ready to go. Anything that is connected with the old self, old thought patterns, old habits, even the way you relate with food, that can be something that's up for renewal. So feel into this for yourselves, and I'm going to share a process, a really simple process to just help your body begin to release those patterns. So for those of you who don't know who I am a physician who has now dedicated my practice. I've completely stepped out of conventional medicine, and I've solely been committed to mind-body medicine, which is how the mind and body are connected, how the body is able to heal itself, and what we can do to activate that. And it's really all about how consciousness is related to your physical health and to your physical life in general. That the way you think, what you believe, how you even feel about yourself, how you identify yourself, has everything to do with how you see the world and the physiology that's happening in your body. So for people who want to heal, for people who want to manifest something higher, manifest a whole different life, a whole different world, a whole different reality, we have to begin right here, right now within ourselves. And so there'll be a really powerful way we will engage this today in the broadcast with a releasing process. And we also will be doing some really deep work with this in the Dallas event. It's going to be happening in January. It is going to be live streamed. So we've come full circle with being able to organize that. And we have successfully organized that for a live event in January. So whether you are joining me live in Dallas, which is awesome, or you want to be there in your own space, you can be there in the live stream. The link for that event is at drkimd.com/Dallas. And you can see all of the information there. We will be going a lot deeper with the process that I'm going to be sharing here today. So hello, everyone who's here. Tammy, someone in Facebook, Jody from Canada, Vicky from UK, Sandos from Arizona. I exited the studio by accident. Julia from New Zealand. Oops. Suzanne from Ohio. Liz, hello. Julia from, New Zealand. Maybe, I don't know if that's New Zealand and you spelled it differently, but I've not heard of New Zealand. Metamorphic Mind, hello, it's great to see you. Colleen, I'm in such fear. about getting injected. And also I have chronic fatigue syndrome and fibromyalgia. I have not been able to make a decision. Is Dallas only for those who have been injected? No, certainly not. That is not at all what we're doing. So you're welcome to attend. And certainly the frequency we will be in will be very supportive to, will be very supportive to the immune system, to the health, and to your body. Actually, science has shown when we are in a frequency of love or above, that the body goes into a really powerful healing process. That's one of the main premises of the work I'm doing. Hello, Sylvan, Paige from the Tennessee mountains. Hello, I used to live in the Tennessee mountains. Roberta. Okay, awesome. I think there was another question here. Amber from BC. Dr. Kim, time to release the old and upgrade my physical health. Awesome. All right, you guys, thank you for being here. Sandos, everything is up for renewal, especially automatic thoughts. Yes, so most of our thoughts, it's like the records playing in our system. They are directly and profoundly impacting our cells, our physiology, our hormones, impacting our DNA expression, and impacting our brain, like what's happening in our brain. And most of these are subconscious, and they're like the same records playing over and over and over and over and over. So we're gonna most likely keep experiencing the same reality over and over, the same health challenges over and over, even when we take action to make changes. Like, I'm gonna change my diet, or I'm gonna change my relationships, or I'm gonna change and go in this new job. But if we don't shift our frequency, it doesn't actually create real change. It meaning we won't have actually more joy or more wealth or more health and vitality. We're just kind of moving around the parts. So how do we actually create a change, like a more of the love and the joy and the wealth, the true wealth and prosperity? We're here to live. And that's really what true health is. We've got to start here. So we'll do this really cool process today. Sando said, OMG, talk about uncover, discovering, discarding as I stay obsessive myself. So once we start to see stuff, it can get a little overwhelming. So we're going to use a really simple breath process to just help the body release that. So if you think of the body as like, like the receptacle, and you've been pouring in water that's like tainted or muddy, or, there's like stuff going on in your system. And then all of a sudden you realize, oh my gosh, wait a minute. What if I love myself? What if I connect with joy? What if I connect with what true wealth really is and true health and vitality really is? And now we start putting that in, right? Like we change the thoughts, we change the beliefs, we make changes, but your body's the receptacle. So it might take a minute to pour in all that new, like crystalline light. Think about like you're watering with this now instead of the muddy, dirty water. And you put drop after drop after drop, or gallon after gallon after gallon. You've got to dilute out all the old stuff before the body will feel and register and manifest at that new level. Doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. Doesn't mean that you need to do it more, do it harder. What's going on? It actually just means keep going, because you're diluting out all the old. So the other day I did this really, really powerful breathwork process, and it brought up all that gunky, muddy, junky, whatever, right? Like the densities that are at the bottom that are what's preventing more light from coming in. So if I'm expanding my life and my relationship and my, family and my work and et cetera, what needs to move out to make space for more of what I truly am? So that's kind of what came up in this breath work. And it wasn't, it was really hard. So we're breathing and we're breathing and we're breathing. And then, we're breathing right into the heart. So you basically do this breath and you relax your shoulders. Let the breath come from the lower belly, the lower ribs, the middle ribs, and then all the way up to the rib cage. So you're like sequentially filling with the breath and then releasing. So there's a lot of popular breath work like this, like Wim Hof has amazing work out there. This was with Awaken, Owaken. There's so many people that have taught this very same kind of concept. So I've been doing this before, and this was like an hour intensive in this 4-hour workshop. Okay, so we're breathing. And then what came up for me was like this deep, 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 deep pain from like many, many years back that's still right here. This heartbreak, this disappointment, this devastating experience I had. And it wasn't like way back from childhood, it was in my adulthood. But I think there were like layers underneath it that were established in childhood about how I saw myself in relationship, how I saw my value and worth, how I saw what I am in relationship with men, that had this particular relationship with this man be so like kind of not on a great foundation. And so when it all crumbled, it was such a devastation. Like I can't even describe the level of despair. But it wasn't just that experience. It really was like a foundation from when I was much younger that was all falling apart. So will I, shut that down and march on and I'm going to go forward and create something better? But like, I haven't really fully met the despair. Or am I going to revisit it and make space for deeper and deeper and deeper parts of this to keep releasing, which is like really what I've done over the years. But this year, I was like, any patterns of this that I'm carrying in my body, because it affects your health, it affects everything in my relationships. I am done. I want to open. I want to be more of an expression of love. And so in this workshop, had the opportunity to meet that. And it was massive. So I'm breathing into the heart and I felt this whole thing crack open. And now I felt the despair and I felt the pain and I felt the rejection and I felt like all the layers of it that kind of even went before that, right? So breathing, you use the breath, you breathe into it, you breathe into it, you breathe into it. And I breathe like way beyond it. And so at the end of this workshop, people were like, oh my God, this was amazing. This is the most incredible thing I've ever done. This was pure bliss. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm still in it. Like, this is the deepest pain I've ever experienced. And I've just brought it all up. And I felt confident I was in the right place because what I had intended to release was really mega. But I also was like, what do I do with all this? And it's really just today, it's like 2 days later, I remembered to just bring in light to the body because it will fill the spaces of what I've released. It will fill the space of what I've brought up. And it was amazing when I did. So I'm going to share with you just a little bit about this. So you want to help basically your body physically, cellularly release the toxic beliefs, experiences, traumas, thoughts, assumptions, emotions, like actually help your body physically release that. And that's what we do with the breath, right? It's a physical, mental, emotional, energetic release. So the first step is to set your intention. And so we're going to make it brief. We're going to do like a little mini of this, but you can book yourself like a time, take an hour, take 2 hours, sometime before the end of the year to go deeper into this process. So right now we do a mini. Okay, so your intention for who am I becoming this next year? Because everything you want to step into will immediately show you everything you're ready to release. So if you want to step into, I have amazing, loving relationships. I'm in my power. I'm fully seen, loved, and cherished. Or I'm doing work I love that is purposeful, meaningful. Is it my true contribution and my true expression? Right? Maybe you have to let go and then you see, oh, I'm ready to let go of like holding on to this job that I think is my source, even though it's not fulfilling. Okay, so even if what your intention is, I'm willing to loosen around the idea that I need this job, I'm willing to open up to the idea that maybe there is something else, right? So you don't have to say, I'm going to quit tomorrow. You just like start to intend, I'm going to open up, I'm going to release the idea that it has to be this way. I'm going to open to something higher. So all of these things directly feed your health, directly impact your health. So there could be certain health things. How are you relating to your body? Excuse me. When you have a symptom, do you go into fear? Do you go into control? Why do I have it? Oh my God, I thought it was working. I have to try harder. No. How am I relating to the symptoms? So if you're having chronic health issues, you want to look at how am I with this experience? Because that might be what's ready to release. I'm ready to release making it wrong. I'm ready to release always trying to fix it, making my whole life revolve around healing, right? Living in the head. Maybe that's what you're ready to release. So when you look into what am I going to step into, it will point you to what you're ready to release. I'm going to step into vitality, and fluidity in my body, because fluidity allows the body to heal. It allows vibrant health. So what do I have to release? Maybe I got to release judgment. Wow, I'm judging my body and how it looks and how it feels, or where I am at this point in my life, etc., etc. So share with me. I like the wording of loosening up around this idea that, yes, Sarah. Yeah, because sometimes when it's too much to ask to just, oh, I'm just going to let that go, right? No, this is a 20-year marriage. I can't let it go. Versus like, all right, I'm willing to loosen up around the idea that it has to go forward in its current arrangement, that there's, we have to make it work like this. Maybe we just like make a little space and have it look a little different. And that could be the massive change I'm looking for. Good. Okay, good. I'm glad you guys are relating with this. So what would be your intention for what you're ready to step into? And then what am I ready to release? Even one thing. Good. Colleen, is getting into a higher frequency enough to protect us from circulating viruses? Do you believe? I'm in fear under mandates here in Canada. So for myself personally, I've become aware of this for a very, very long time. And I read for decades and decades of my life, the science that demonstrates how powerfully the immune system is strengthened when we are in non-resistance. Doesn't mean we're like, I'm just gonna go drink arsenic because I can. It means we always choose more in favor of self-love and nurturance when we're in a higher frequency. So we will naturally, it will support our immune system very substantially, like 100 times more. I think our IgA goes up 125% when we do something like EFT tapping and we embrace our emotional body. So this isn't like a subtle shift. This is a very, very substantial shift in our immune capacity. And I've seen this very solidly in my own life and in people I've worked with. So it's not that I believe it. It's that I know this is the truth. Metamorphic mind. What about when we continue to feel someone else's energy? I seem to be transmuting for my partner. So give everyone their energy back, because that's a pattern in you. It's not about them. Bring your energy back, and then be willing to feel what's actually here, because what's here is what's mine, what's for me to transmute. And you may be connected with your partner. So there's stuff that's kind of enmeshed for both of you. All right, I'm ready to release control. Good. Sarah, I'm ready to step into my sovereignty. Good. And then whatever that means for you, which is a big part of what we'll be doing in the workshop in January, either virtually or live, the Mind Body Awakening workshop. Julie, I'm ready to release all the ways I've made myself and my body and my experience wrong. I'm ready to more fully love and accept myself and everything that is showing up in my life. Awesome. Very, very beautiful. Releasing limiting beliefs about money and fears about being alone. Awesome. Judgment of my body and myself. Ready to release assumptions. This would be awesome, Amy. So when we release our assumptions, it can bring up a lot of fear, because we're like, well, I'm assuming life works this way, and I kind of get this mastered, even though it sucks, but I know what I know, versus like, oh my gosh, what if nothing I believe about anything is true? What if I let go of everything I believe about myself and everything I believe about everything? There's a pause there where we're kind of in the no man's land of like the unknown. And if you're willing to breathe through that and welcome that, you'll very quickly move into something much higher. A much higher foundation. I want to step into healthy, loving, supportive relationships and joy and abundance in my work and life. Beautiful lyric. Awesome. Thank you. Release judgment of my abilities. Release attachment to outcomes. Awesome. These are awesome. These are great. Yes, the pause of trust. Ready to soften relationships to the limitation and pain in my hips. Okay, so take a few deep breaths. So you can write that down for yourself because this helps so much. Like when I was doing the breathing, I knew what I was breathing into. Not because I'd memorized what I'd written, but because my mind could point to like, yeah, that intention, that release. And I felt the energy of it. I felt how mega it was what I was ready to step into. Okay, so the breath work is very basic. So you're going to breathe in. How can I show it the best? So if I breathe here, here, then breathing here, filling here, then breathing here, filling here, and then breathing all the way to fill up to the clavicles. So if you relax your shoulders, kind of looks like that. So you'll feel your chest rise at the end. Don't just breathe into your shoulders and upper chest. So soften the shoulders, and you're going to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. If you want to intensify it, you breathe in through the mouth and out through the mouth, only during the exercise, right? So regular breathing, it's breathing through the nose, clears, cleanses, moisturizes, warms the air. Before this exercise, you can make it more intense by going in through the mouth, out through the mouth. If you don't want to go into too much intensity, just go in through the nose and out through the mouth. So we're going to do 10 breaths like this, and you'll sort of speed up and amp up the inhale. And then exhale slowly, a little bit longer than the inhale. So I'll demonstrate for 3 breaths. So it looks like this. Or mouth, in mouth, out mouth is. Okay, so the first set we're going to do is 10. So this is step 2. Step 1 is intention. Write it down. Here's my intention. I choose to release blah, 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 blah. Mine was like pages and pages. So just a little mini. Okay, take 1. Step 2 is the breathing. So 10 breaths, and we're going to do in and out. So come with me. Stay relaxed. Let the exhale flow. Let your feet relax. And let everything go. Now hold the exhale as long as it's comfortable. Hold the exhale. Holding the exhale. Be in the pause. Find a calm in your body as you hold the exhale. When the body's ready to breathe in, you just let it breathe in normally. Hold as long as is comfortably possible. Be in the pause. And while I'm in this pause, I tell myself, I love you. I tell my body, it's okay to let go. It's okay to let go. Okay, now we're going to do round 2 of the breathing. So 20 breaths. Inhaling. Keep going. Don't be afraid of the intensity. If you need to do it a little slower, do it a little slower. Keep it full. Max your inhale and then let the exhale flow. Max your inhale and let the exhale flow. Whatever speed is fluid for you. One more. Let it all go. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Hold the exhale out. Relax your body while you hold the exhale. Let yourself feel what you feel. You can encourage your body. I love you. You're doing awesome. It's okay for you to release everything and anything you have held. It's okay to let go. I love you, love you. Good. And whenever you're ready, you can let the breath come back in and just relax for a few breaths. We'll just give everyone a moment of this pause. Some people can hold longer than others. Hold as long as comfortable. And we're going to do one more one more round. And this one we do 30. If you like to just do 10, just do 10. You do not need to do 30, but this will be the third round. So inhaling 30. Make noise if you like. Power up your breath with the inhale. Relax your exhales. Good, keep going. Keep it very slow if this feels like you're hypoventilating. You don't want to hyperventilate, you just want to easeful max in and easeful max out. Give your body the energy it needs to do the clearing for you. It already knows how to release what you're asking for it to release. Inhale. A little bit more. Keep going. Keep your body relaxed. Yes, if you have high blood pressure, it's okay to do this breathing. You just don't want to hold the inhale too long, which we're not holding here. We're maxing our inhale. We immediately exhale. Upon the exhale, we immediately inhale. So no holding at the inhale top or the exhale at the bottom. 6 more. Through the nose or through the mouth. 2 more. Last one. Exhale. Hold the exhale. Take a long pause. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Pause. Hold everything out. I'm sorry, my counting was not exactly 30, but you get the idea and your body gets the idea. Hold the exhale. It is doing the work for you. Hold the exhale. Just breathe. Send love to your body. Let your body know it's okay to be here. It's okay to be in the stillness. It's okay to be in the unknown. Take all the time you need. You can hold here. And when it's beginning to be uncomfortable, you can let the breath come in normally, naturally, just normal breathing now, in and out through the nose. Your breathing may feel fuller, clearer, more free. You may feel exhausted. I know I certainly have as I've been doing this more and more. Thank yourself for this practice. And then just check in at the end as you're breathing in and out. Hi, body. How are we feeling? What's here? Tell your body it's okay to release everything you think you are. It's okay to release everything you're ready to release. It's okay for me to be fully alive. Fully alive is I'm in full approval of myself. I love and cherish myself unconditionally. That gives your system strength to be more of the light that you are, not permission to do more, what you're not. So don't feel like there's any risk in full celebration of self. Thank you for being here. Good. So have a last few deep breaths, and then you can share with me, what was that practice like? Yeah. If you feel like you're going to pass out, you're going too fast. So slow it down. Might be a better pace for you. Hydrate like crazy. You've got to hydrate to assist the body in releasing what it's ready to release. So I'd say intention, for pre-work is like hydrate, make the intention that I will go easefully and gently with my body. So you set your intention, what you're ready to release, and then you do the breath work. So 3 sets. You do 10 and then a pause in the exhale. 20 and a pause on the exhale. 30 and a pause on the exhale. If it's too intense, do 10, 10, and 10. And slow the breathing down. tingling all over, freeing. I feel tingling in the areas that have been bothering me. Sinuses, awesome. I feel more open. It was scary, yet freeing. Awesome. I am celebration. I'm glad you advised to slow down. Yes, sometimes we need someone to tell us that. I certainly always need that reminder myself because, sometimes I'm an intense person. Exhausting, but in a good way. Good, 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 good. I'm feeling lightheaded, yeah, with this much breathing. So slow the breathing. Don't pump it up and intensify into third gear. Let yourself just be in first gear. And that's absolutely beautiful. Feeling lighter, feeling dizzy, but lighter. Doing this with you gave me confidence in doing this. Yeah, that's really helpful too. You have the recording. Good, good, good. I couldn't keep up with you. That's okay. Go at your own pace. Yeah, we could have said that up front. Go at your own pace. So your own inhale and your own exhale, full inhale, full and complete exhale, as slow as you like in your own pace. Tingling and alivening. Oh, good. Learning to listen to my body, but still need prompts. Do everything in a way that feels loving in my body, feeling very clear and fresh. Awesome. Lots of yawning while doing the breathing. Me too. That is a sign of massive, deep, 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 deep energy moving. That's awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes, this reminds me of Wim Hof. So that is there are so many people doing this similar kind of breathing, which is like a parasympathetic stimulator. It turns on the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the healing response in the body. So pretty smart to do if you're exhausted and depleting, if you've got a chronic illness, if you are just feeling stuck in your life and you're like, I don't even have clarity of what I want to do and how I move forward. This is a really powerful way. It also greatly, greatly boosts your immune system, like very, very powerfully protective against bacteria and other kinds of pathogens that we know about. So this is a really powerful thing to do. You can do it every morning if you like. I do it a lot in the morning. It's like a 5-minute little breathing exercise. Go easy, be gentle. In fact, when I learned about Wim Hof breathing, maybe like 3 years ago, maybe 3 or 4, I had to stay away from it because it was too intense the way I was taught to do it. And it was not until I learned more about this later that I found, how does it fit in my body? How does it activate my body? And it was like a more subtle, relaxed, gentle way. So I had to put that away and revisit it later. So always go gentle. Yeah, so Wim Hof, Awaken, Owaken, have really beautiful breathwork practitioners. Okay, so the last piece. So your last piece is welcome in who you really are. I welcome in everything that's ready to come in. And then bring in light. So in this last piece, very important, third step. So we do the intention, we do the breathing, and we do the last piece. Bring light in through the top of your head. Let light, the highest light possibly available to you, the highest love, the highest consciousness, the highest gratitude. Bring that truth of who you are, the light that you truly are, the consciousness and the intelligence. If you think of it like the chi is not just energy, it's intelligence. Bring that in through the top of your head, all the way down through your brain, all the way down through your throat chakra, all the way down through your shoulders, chest. Let it fill your heart. For me, this was so important because I breathed so much into so much pain in my heart that I needed to fill it back up with light, nurturance, love, comfort. So put lots and lots of light into your heart. I love you. I love you. I love you. Love yourself fully. Love yourself into wholeness. Breathe, and then let the light come all the way down to your solar plexus, just underneath the rib cage. This is where we store a lot of the identity of who I am and how I need to be. And if this happens, I got to make sure I do that. All the conclusions and assumptions. Let the light fill in this space. You have released a lot, even with this mini. Bring the light in here. Bring the light in all the way down through your belly, through your gut, through your pelvis, to the second chakra just behind the navel. Fill it with light. Just see it happening. Just intend is enough. And then all the way into your pelvis, to your base chakra, your root, hips, legs, feet. Bring light in through these spaces. And then let the light expand to the area beyond your body, around your body, your auric field. This is also an electromagnetic field. It does respond to your intention immediately and directly. So just bring light into this space. Good. Sarah said, love yourself into wholeness. Perfect. Rachel, do you think you'll ever run the Ignite Your Light program live again? This reminded me of that. Yep, we do have it online, and we will be doing some of this in the workshop in January, and we'll be sharing some breath work with that. So for everyone who's coming to the live stream, we will go much, much deeper with this process and do a lot of really, really powerful, both releasing but also manifesting. What are we bringing in? How do we manifest? We don't manifest from, work. We don't manifest through our own work. We actually let it come through us, not from us. And a lot of what people are trying to do is I've got to amp it up. I've got to get more clarity. I've got to power it up. And that does the opposite. That suppresses our frequency. So we want to let our manifestation come through us. What you have done today is so, so, so powerful to allow that. So intend for whatever it is you're ready to bring into your life in 2022. And if you do want to join me, I'll make sure I include the link. It's at drkimd.com/Dallas. But you can come live to Dallas or do the live stream and join virtually. Finding my gift that keeps giving, that keeps on giving. Thank you. The video Kyle Cease just posted was wired in me through this. I literally need nothing. I am source. That's awesome. Metamorphic mind. All right, feeling lightheaded, feeling lighter and feeling cleansed and lighter. Awesome. The tingling, yes, there's a lot of clearing. There's a higher energy that comes in. The biochemical process is you're shifting your acid-base balance. So you're releasing a lot of carbon dioxide. So it helps to alkalinize your body, which assists greatly with detoxification, which is like why we're doing this process. Energy is what you're detoxifying. It's not just physical, it's mental and energy, it's emotional energy, it's old habits and belief systems. I mean, I was in thank you for this. Across all time and space. How beautiful. Cannot wait to implement this daily. I came into this broadcast right when I was supposed to. Awesome. Beautiful, beautiful. How can I feel into my body instead of feeling out of my body? So just ground it into the physical. Tap your heart, tap your chest, say, body, I'm right here. Feel your butt in the seat, move your pelvis. You can even put a hand on your belly and hand on your chest when you do this. So you'll feel the breath filling the bottom and coming up to the top. And slowing down is helpful for feeling and sensing more. Can you do a short manifestation? Yeah, you could do a short manifestation. Can I do a short manifestation? So I would like to we might as well all set the intention that we move into a more conscious world, a world more filled with love, a world where we can accept, receive, and embrace each other, where we can, by doing so, nurture, support, and love each other into greater wholeness. A world where we can receive what's happening instead of reject it, so that we're all stronger to move through our challenges and create solutions to problems. So my intention is that we move into a more conscious world. We do each within us have the capacity for genius, but we suppress that when we go into fear. And so if we can receive what's happening, we actually access solutions, right? Instead of rejecting it and controlling it and making it wrong, we have so much more access to genius when we embrace each other, embrace ourselves, and embrace what is. All right, I love you guys. I will be here every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Mountain for MindBody TV, and I can be found at drkimd.com. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I love you. Welcome to 2022. Welcome in everything that you are coming in for 2022, and I look forward to seeing you then. Bye. Bye.